The economic havoc that Trump has been sowing is now being reaped in the broader economy. The Trump tariffs, the back and forth, the will he, won't he, the job numbers finally came in and they're trash. They are so bad. So we added 73,000 jobs in July, which I figure is mostly just ICE agents.
Yeah.
And apparently, the Bureau of Labor Statistics also cut the prior 2 months of reporting. So it was 250,000 jobs added. They cut it by 250,000 jobs, which means in the 3 months, growth was 35,000 jobs, which is the slowest job growth since April of 2020, in right smack dab in the maybe we'll all die moment.
Yeah.
So 35,000 jobs. So I guess that was the first 2 months, or the 3 months before, and then 73,000 in July. It's bad. It's bad. It's so bad that, of course, Trump had to call it fake. He said last week's jobs report was rigged, just like the numbers prior to the presidential election were rigged. That's why in both cases, there was massive record-setting revisions in favor of the radical left Democrats. Those big adjustments were made to cover up and level out the fake political numbers that were concocted in order to make a great Republican success look less stellar. I will pick an exceptional replacement because he fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, even though she works underneath his Department of Labor head. Whatever. When I first read this, I was like, this is super authoritarian, and not just in the fasci way, but in, some leftist governments. I remember when I used to live in Buenos Aires in Argentina, like nobody really trusts the economy report out of the government, no matter which way, because it's been cooked for so long that it's like no longer independent. It just kind of depends on like how you're feeling and how your community is and like whether you can put food on the table. But that's sort of where we are, is like the books are being cooked. What you're seeing is not actually happening. Here he is actually on CNBC. This is Orange Man being asked by a conservative finance commentator, like, yo, you can't, this is not a lie. It's not just made up. I know.
And certainly suboptimal, but rigged? Where do you get the notion that it's rigged, or do you have any evidence there?
It is antiquated, but it's also very political. And, I had an election recently where I did very well, won every swing state, won the popular vote, won everything. All right. Won all the counties. It's, I think 87% of the counties were Republican up. That's never happened before. And yet I had to go through hell. And just days before the election, they put out numbers that it was.
Old man, what are you talking about? It's going back to his numbers. Okay.
Like the country.
I've never seen someone so mad at winning. Like, him just being mad that he actually won the election, just like what they're doing now, where they're trying to say that like Russia was swung the 2016 election. What? In what direction? In your direction, dog. You were the one who won.
Yeah, for real.
There's a little bit more.
It was on fire. It was doing so well. And then they did a revision about 2 weeks later, and the revision was down by almost 900,000 jobs. You remember that? And I said, what would have happened? What would have happened if I lost? Think of it. I would have said, they gave phony numbers and then they revised them a week and a half later.
Those were benchmark numbers, though, Mr. President. That happens. They do that. They do that twice a year, and it reconciles the monthly figures with like the overall numbers. And it was a big number. And obviously,
the numbers were rigged. The numbers were rigged. Biden was.
Okay, so the numbers were rigged. He's mad at Biden's numbers. But Brandy, worst jobs reports since the beginning of COVID.
Yeah. No, that's like giving everybody a gig job in our neighborhood, like that for the country. Like that's that's how.
Yeah. 73,000, 75,000.
That's crazy.
It's nothing. No. And like it took him 6 months, but he did it. We're back in COVID. All we need is we need bird flu. Mm-hmm. I probably have it right now. And yeah, but it's, again, of course, all of this is because of the tariffs. Corporations are now saying they're starting to raise prices, because what had happened was that so much of the goods, so many of the goods that people were buying had already been purchased at like that price. So they were already imported.
Yep.
Now, under new tariff laws and after the stockpiles run out, you know, you're going to start to see things like appliances and all that going up, food, groceries, on top of the fact that we are disappearing farm workers, right? And food, like people, the fields are lying fallow. All of this is coming down. And for you and I, who rely on people wanting to go out and like spend some money and like see a live comedy show and have a couple drinks, that's also where people are pulling back.
One of the first places people cut affects us very directly. Patreon.com, everybody.
Yes, yes.
For keeping it going. Yeah, no, it's the way that it goes through everybody is crazy. And hey, here's a question. Maybe pass something that doesn't let us AI away the few jobs we actually do have. Because I've had so many websites I've had to interact with in the last couple of weeks that all of the support, all of the customer service is now gone completely. And I'm like, no, those were jobs. I used to talk to a lady. She lived in Atlanta. She helped me with my Spectrum bill. Like, what's happening now?
Oh God. Yeah, no. That's exactly right. And like Howard Lutnick, or Nutlick, as I like to say, he's like, you know, this is the pain, Brandy. Like, this is what we're supposed to wait. We have to go through a pain period so that we can start to take, you know, Foxconn jobs of assembling iPhones for $12 an hour, or whatever competitive, you know, salary puts us on par with China, right? Like, and so we just have to wait, because these jobs are going to come around, and it's not like it's just so insane. And like, it kind of, I don't know. It's a weird social experiment that I hate. I hate all of it. I hate the fashy stuff, but this experiment, and their excuse right now is like, oh, just wait until the big beautiful bill is implemented and everyone gets kicked off of Medicaid and your healthcare goes up exorbitantly and we get tax breaks. Like, we're gonna give tax breaks to motherfuckers exactly who they are praying. They're trying to figure out how to AI away our jobs.
Yeah. No, it's very maddening. And once again, a thing that, much like in the beginning of the show, we're talking about Gaza, a thing that the left has been yelling about for years, and it keeps happening. I wish if we could just be, God, it is so isolating to be a canary. Tweet. It's bad over here. It's bad. Could anyone please tweet? Oh, I'm dead. Okay, great.
No, definitely. Like, I told you so is a sad position to be in. It's a rough position to be in.
Yes.
But yes, everything is sort of coming to a head right now. We will see. I hope Democrats can message on this. And you're absolutely right. I'm glad you brought the AI piece into this, because kind of like AIPAC, if anyone messes with AI, disqualifying as a candidate. Again, when we talk about that other level, because we really, in the meantime, we're going to be screwed. We are the ones who have to look out for each other.
The good thing is, though, I think that like there is, much like the beginning of COVID and like that first year especially, there's a chance for radicalizing people to the left in a way that like, and like the only logical answer to this, if you're going to take away our jobs, needs to be UBI or some sort of like state money coming. That's just the only way to do it.
Milton Friedman was in favor of UBI because he was like, well, we got to do something with the pores, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Do you want your head on a spike, or do you want to pay my rent? Like, that's becoming the option.
What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do it.